One of the most challenging musical styles to emerge from Europe during the 1970s is chamber rock, or as it's known in the parlance of Kobayan, Zeuhl. And in 1981, one such band emerged with the album Eros, the band in question Dune, and from that singular album, the track Le Peace. Chromatic, menacing, we're going down like half steps. Down, no, no, no. Sounds like kettle drums and gongs. A trademark of the style, those constant crescendos. You'll get like this odd meter figure that'll like play, then go silent, and then you'll hear it again with something else added onto it. Then they'll both go silent, and then like again, except this time three elements, and then they go like that. I love those xylophones. Yeah, of all the releases in this vein, this one is distinguished by the use of xylophones. Now we're in a G minor pattern. That guitar is laying quite a line of fire while we've got the piano here on the other end, and that bass is really like kind of murky. In Magma, it was referred to as earth bass. This isn't quite as thick as the bass in Magma, but it's got that kind of murky sound to it. You were hearing the guitar work of Geeraerts, who didn't really do much aside from this album, unfortunately. And the piano work of Bruno Sabathé, who... Oh, he played in a few other things. Try Yawn. got flute, guitar, and mallet. Even when we go through these lighter passages, the drummer is still just laying as many roles as possible. The theme at the beginning, once again. It looks like the xylophonist may have been the Alain Termol may have been the most prolific outside the band. Has quite a few, has a handful of other credits, all from 1982, 83 thereabouts on Discogs. Roland Becker, Tristan record looks interesting. UV Jets. Now look at, see how angular that theme is right now, when just a moment ago it was so simple. It was just that piano kind of stop-start. Now these other instruments come in and suddenly it takes on so much nuance, so much dimension. Because we're still hearing like the same bass like that as we were hearing before, and just all of a sudden it just opened up in so many ways, like an origami. Just hear the complexity between what the xylophone is doing, what the bass underneath is doing, and the way the guitar is just kind of struggling to work its way between the two. And hear the interaction between the drums, the piano, and the bass. There's so many accents going on. It's like everyone is like playing in a real frenetic manner. Then you have like the xylophone really staccato, and then the guitar's doing some sustained notes with that warm fuzz underneath it all. 7/8. Love that synthesizer sound, that kind of wheezy, envelopey. A Zolo element to some of this too, particularly in the real frantic xylophone, the jerky xylophone passages like that we were just hearing. And that keyboard sound right there. It's amazing what you can do with just a catchy bass ostinato in an odd time signature. That's really the starting point of any great Zeuhl track. Just find like an ostinato, like for the piano or for the bass. You know, repeat, like 7/8, 5/4 something, and then just repeat it, and then just start building on, putting layers, nuances, harmonic counterpoint to it all. Wow, it's getting really just totally going over the rails now. Like, it's just so. There's like, even though this is really mannered in a certain way, it's also really just slapstick and kind of just, it's loony. Yeah, it's music that could be taken two ways. You could see it as very serious music to study from a musicological standpoint, and you could almost take it in like the way you would take in like a symphony. You know, you would just marvel at the musicianship, or you could just see it as like musical slapstick, goofball, like comedy in a way, at times anyway. Well, with this band in particular, because they have that more quirky side to them, particularly with the xylophones and the odd keyboard sounds, which aren't necessarily mainstays. I mean, like say like the Wiedersee record is a bit more serious. A lot of Magma's music is a bit more serious, but this, yeah. Yeah, this I think this could be kind of a gateway for people who find the style too dark, too menacing, too. I mean, admittedly, Zeuhl is not for the faint of heart, but you just need to catch on to the odd. You need to think of like those odd-shaped, odd-meter rhythmic figures and ostinatos as like, visualize them as like an abstract, like modernist piece of art, and the layers that are on top of it as like the shapes, the colors, the, I don't know, whether you picture it in the style of expressionism or cubism, or I often picture it in terms of cubism, or I picture it like a big Stuart Davis canvas from the 1940s, like Hot Stillscape in Six Colors, one of my favorite paintings of all time. I just picture every single weird sound or odd meter I hear as one of those bent shapes, or, you know, every tweaky little sound is like one of the bright colors or panels. I tend to be quite visual with this music. Anyway, yeah, that was done or Dune with the track Lake Peace. For and the whole record is great. It's just Ruby front to back. The four tracks on it, and all of a similar intensity with xylophones throughout. For more rubies and sapphires from the great world of Zeuhl music and French chamber rock, see the directory of albums by French artists in the description below. Over 1,000 albums currently on that and counting. Reds, purples to queue up for many years, plus you can click over to the band pages to learn more about the band, and you know. And like, subscribe, follow me on social media, click the bell to know when the next video is coming out, comment on any points you would like to add or things that stood out to you about this piece. And until next time, this is Zaragon, the world's most ear-traveled trim maximalist, signing off.